what is personality? What unique qualities make you, you? How can people be so different from each other, even those raised in the same household? Well, one simple way to understand the answers to these questions is through the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI, which is a time-tested and verified way to understand yourself and others. The MBTI is based on Carl Jung's theory of personality and helps to make his ideas understandable and practical to your life. Basically, the theory says that what might seem like random behavior in different people is actually pretty organized and consistent, based on differences in how people perceive the world and make judgments about it. So, perception just means how you become aware of what is happening around you, people, ideas, and events. Judgment means how you come to a conclusion or decision about what you have just perceived. So, if people perceive things differently and come to different conclusions, then it makes sense that they will behave differently in the same situation. In addition, the theory says that we are all born hardwired for one of the 16 personality types, and it doesn't change throughout our lives. So, that explains the differences in siblings, for instance, who were raised the same but who act very differently from each other. So, you've probably seen the 4-letter personality codes and may even have an idea of which one you might be. But what do the letters really mean? Well, each of the 4 letters of one of the 16 types represents a choice between 2 opposite preferences. Which one you prefer determines your overall 4-letter code. The letters work together to form your unique personality. So the first letter is E for extrovert or I for introvert. If you're an extrovert, you get your energy from being around other people, thinking out loud, and being active in your external world. If you're an introvert, you get your energy from within yourself and recharge your batteries through solitary activities, deep discussions with someone you know well, and lots of quality me time. The second letter is S for sensing and N for intuition. If you are a sensor, you experience the world primarily through your 5 senses, so you pay attention to details, prefer practical, real-world information, and pay attention to what is happening now, as well as learning from your past experiences. If you're an intuitive, you first take in all the big picture, theoretical information, thinking about the why of your experiences and reading between the lines. You also tend to focus on future possibilities and new ways of doing things. The third letter is T for thinking and F for feeling. If you're a thinker, you make your decisions based on logical, objective data and believe you can come to the one best answer this way. You want to treat everyone the same based on the principle that applies to the situation, so you tend to be very fair and don't typically believe in making exceptions. You will put honesty above sparing someone's feelings. If you're a feeler, you make decisions based on your internal values and how your decision will affect others. You believe being fair means taking into account other people's situations and feelings, so you're very empathetic, caring, and friendly. You will probably tend to soften criticism in order not to hurt someone's feelings. The last letter is J for judging and P for perceiving. If you're a judger, you like to feel like you're in control of your life, so you make plans, follow them through, and finish tasks on time or even early. You're probably pretty organized and like to know what's going to happen so that you can prepare ahead of time. Making decisions and coming to closure feels satisfying. If you're a perceiver, you might find plans and schedules a little too confining. You just want to experience life, so you will most likely be pretty go with the flow and spontaneous. You may wait until the last minute to finish your tasks because you want to use all the time available to you to gather information and think about what you need to do. So closure can sometimes feel uncomfortable because you want the freedom to change your mind. Now you can be any combination of these 4 letters, but you are much more than just the letters added together. The preferences work with each other in different ways depending on their combinations. So an extrovert who is a feeler, for instance, will look very different than an extrovert who is a thinker. An intuitive judger is not at all like an intuitive perceiver. You get the idea. So watch our other videos to learn more about how the type letters describe each individual type and what makes each type unique. And comment below with what you think your type is and any questions you might have. Thanks for watching.